She's on my tail. I'm coming around. Just hold on. I'm hit. I'm hit.
Daytona, pull up, pull up.
Dallas, help me.
Dallas? What are you doing up so early?
Huh? Oh, hey Memphis. Just had a bad night.
Nightmare?
Yeah, not one that's entirely unfamiliar to me.
Want to talk about it, little friend?
You still call me that even though we never flew together.
Of course. You were with my sisters and protected them. That's enough to meet little friend status.
How did you handle it? Losing your sisters, I mean. You served before we started the escort duty. I know losses were through the roof back then.
Well, I won't say it was easy. We lost a lot of good men, and I lost a lot of dear sisters. It was rough. I was the first to finish up the required 25 missions before being sent home. Well, rather, my crew was. I wound up doing a 26th with another crew. I think that was the scariest one for me. Seemed like I was tempting a cruel twist of fate. But I survived, and went home to help promote war bonds. Everyone was nice to me, said how lucky I was, but it didn't feel that way. While I was rubbing shoulders with the elite, being treated like a celebrity, my sisters were still fighting, dying. It was all I could think about.
You felt like you were letting them down.
Yeah, war bond duty felt so pointless. I knew it was important, but it didn't change the fact that I got to sip wine while my family was busy getting shot at. But eventually my attitude changed.
How?
You. Or, rather, you and your family. Not long after I got home, the escort started and losses went way down. Then, more of my sisters started surviving and coming home. To my surprise, they were proud of me, glad I had told our country the story of what we did, what we were still doing. I didn't feel as bad anymore. Besides, my presence alone wouldn't have changed the way a lot of the missions went. I mean, I'm good, but not shifting the tides of battle good.
I'm glad you were able to get some closure on that, though.
And I'm sensing this line of questioning somehow relates to your not unfamiliar nightmare,
It might.
I won't push, but maybe talking about it would help.
I saw a lot of things during the war. Lost a lot of sisters, but there was one that always comes back, the one that troubles me the most. I've never told anyone about it. Even Sophia doesn't know.
I'm willing to listen, Dallas, but it's up to you.
It's not that simple. I've found myself in the position of being the one everyone looks to for support. All my closest friends have their own issues, and at least one of us has to be stable.
So it stays between us. Look, I've got my own problems under control. Even when I don't, I just party it out with the other bombers and I'm right as rain. No one has to know besides me, and maybe confiding in a friend is exactly what you need.
It was November 8th, 1944. It was a Wednesday. Early in the morning, myself and the rest of the squad were gearing up for that day's bombing run. Some factories in the heart of Germany. It was nothing we all hadn't done before, except for one. Earlier in the week, we had a new recruit join us. Her name was Daytona. She was a P-51K.
A K? I never met those models.
They were in smaller numbers. Basically, they were identical to Ds like me, but they were given a different propeller because the Dallas plant where they were built couldn't get the normal ones.
Wait, you, the one named Dallas, wasn't born in Dallas?
Nah, I was born in Inglewood, California.
Go figure.
Anyway, Daytona was really sweet, and we were all thrilled to have a new baby sister among us, of course. But there was a small problem.
Problem?
Daytona was green. I mean, really, really green. We couldn't believe she'd been allowed out of training, and her pilot was a rookie too. We didn't want her to come with us on the mission. Not because we didn't like her, but because she was not at all prepared for war. But my squad's captain, Des Moines, we called her Des, was directly ordered by her superiors that all available planes and pilots were to go up with the bombers. Getting those factories was just too important to not send everyone.
Sink or swim logic, huh?
Pretty much. Des knew, like all of us, that Daytona wasn't ready. The girl could barely handle basic formations, let alone anything else. But she didn't have a choice. So she turned to me.
You?
Des and I got along really well, and we both had similar kill counts. Aces by that point. The plan was that she would focus on leading the squad, but my sole job was to stick with Daytona.
So she wanted you to babysit?
Yeah, but I didn't see it that way. Daytona needed the help, and Des trusted me to bring our little sister back safely. So, that's what I tried to do.
Oh no.
Daytona barely got off the runway. She was nervous on top of being green, so I had to talk her through everything. As the bombers chattered in the background, and Des kept an eye out for enemies with the squad, I talked with Daytona. She seemed more relaxed at cruising altitude, and the casual conversation helped clear her head. But that didn't last. We were approaching the target, not 20 miles out, when we first saw them. The latest in German technology. The ME-262.
Jets? Christ. I was out of the war well before they were deployed, but my sisters had some brutal stories.
They were so fast, Memphis. We knew they existed, but none of our reports suggested they'd be deployed. It was a completely unexpected surprise. None of us were ready for them. They started attacking the bombers. Their cannons were powerful. I saw one blast off one of the bombers' tails in a single burst. We started fighting back, but the situation got pretty chaotic. I told Daytona to stay on my wing and just focus on calling out enemies for me. She tried her best, but I got focused on one of the jets, so focused that I didn't realize she'd fallen behind. It wasn't until a 262 was on her tail that I turned around to help. But...
Oh my God, Dallas.
She's on my tail.
I'm coming around. Just hold on.
I'm hit.
Daytona, pull up, pull up.
Dallas, help me.
She cried out for me to save her, but I wasn't fast enough. The jet opened fire, and I watched her go down in flames. Her pilot didn't bail out either. Des chased down the jet that killed Daytona and brought her down, but it didn't make any of us feel better. I was devastated, and Des never asked me to do anything ever again. Only spoke to me when she had to. She never forgave me for my failure, nor did I forgive myself.
But Dallas, we all lost sisters in the war. It never gets easier. Why was this one so different?
Because I had one job, Memphis. One damned job. Protect Daytona. Keep my baby sister alive. And I failed. Completely and miserably. Her blood is on my hands.
No one could have predicted the jets.
I know that. I tell myself that all the time. But I also keep thinking that if I had just paid more attention, just stuck with her, didn't get distracted, she'd still be alive. But she isn't, and it's because of me. Maybe if I had been better, or at least tried harder, at least she'd be here instead of me.
Is that what you want?
Sometimes. She was so sweet, Memphis. She didn't deserve what happened to her.
The world didn't deserve the whole war, Dallas. But we get what we get. And I doubt Daytona would want you blaming yourself forever.
No, she was too innocent, too kind to do that. Freya reminds me a lot of her.
So that's why you're so protective of her. Can't blame you. That sweet girl certainly knows how to party.
Thanks for listening to me, Memphis. I'm sorry to just up and drop all this on you.
I offered to listen. And don't be sorry. I know all of us are glad to call you friend, Dallas. I can't tell you how to move past this, but it wasn't your fault.
It feels like it is. But thanks. I feel a bit better knowing that someone else knows and doesn't judge me.
Certainly not. I was there too. Not against jets, but, well, I get it. Anytime you need to talk, you just let me know, little friend.
I'll keep that in mind. Say, what are you doing up so early? You're here grilling me, and yet you're awake too.
Oh, well, I often get up early for a nice morning flight. I like watching the sunrise and then getting some exercise, you know?
I didn't know that, but fair enough.
You want to join me? I could use a flying buddy.
You don't mind?
Heck no. Been practically begging Candace to come with me for years, but she loves sleeping in too much.
Huh. All right. Sounds good.
Don't let them see, don't let them know. Just smile and lead, and the pain never shows. Don't let them see, don't let them know. But your heart is so heavy, it's hard to do this